So Melody Knapp is our paranormal news correspondent, so she will be bringing these stories every week. And so why don't you get us started off with the first story?
All right, guys. So I am starting this one off. To kick it off, I bring you the ultimate couple showdown. It involves a Ouija board, a 20-year-old boy, his 22-year-old girlfriend, and a group of their friends. I sensed an idea for next summer's big horror movie blockbuster because this one is straight out of a nightmare. All right, so Friday, December 11th, police were called to Tradewinds East Apartments in Michigan. And as reported by ABC 12 News, the news team, witnesses, a.k.a. the friends looking to summon the devil, told police they watched as the boyfriend stabbed the girlfriend after an argument that occurred during the game. I'm going to go out on a limb here and speculate that one of them was being a jerk and moving it. But we've all been there. It's a Friday night. You guys don't feel like going to the bar, so you invite your friends over to contact the dead. And someone ruins it by faking some exorcist crap. But it was then that the witnesses say the boyfriend threatened to kill the girlfriend. And I bet none of them expected him to actually stab her, but he did. And she suffered from a collapsed lung, but luckily she survived and is going to be okay. Sounds like a very eventful night that they had. I have a feeling claiming to be possessed won't exactly help him out too much on the 3 charges he's facing while sitting in jail. Good luck with that one, buddy. You definitely take the cake as boyfriend of the year. I don't know about you guys, but this is either an extreme case of possession, which I would love to dig further into because there was not a lot of details in the article that I came across, or it's a horrible domestic violence incident being masked with a paranormal alibi, which I'm not sure why anyone would do that, but...
Well, but that happens, though. I mean, and you know this, Melody, and everybody here knows that sometimes, you know, it's something else that the paranormal can become a convenient excuse for. And there's, you know, there's times when people get into fights, get into disagreements, and sometimes it turns very dangerous or even deadly. And even if the people involved are saying, listen, I know we were doing this, but it has nothing to do with the paranormal, it's still, other people are like, oh, it's paranormal. Oh, it's because you mess around with this stuff, it's going after you. But, I mean, I know that every time I've used a Ouija board, the worst thing that's ever happened to me was like getting like a paper cut on the side of the board or something. But
right?
I don't think I'd want to get stabbed for using it. But then again, people are starting to send us like their haunted boards. So maybe it's only a matter of time. So I'm looking at all of you guys. Just don't bring a knife to a Ouija board.
I would hate to see what happens during Chutes and Ladders.
Right. That's when it gets serious.
It gets serious, you know.
You haven't seen my my Stratego strategy yet either.
You know, people get really angry over board games, period. I had a friend like flip over the Clue game at me one time and like throw it at me because they were so mad that they lost. People get crazy about Monopoly, so maybe it was just the game.
I just don't even play Monopoly.
Monopoly, like,
it angers people.
You know why it's called Monopoly, right? Because it has nothing to do with the fact that you're trying to build businesses and build it's because it monopolizes your time. If you try to play a game of Monopoly by the rules, it takes like 17 hours.
Well, it was designed that way on purpose.
Well,
you have to commit to it.
They need to redesign it.
Well, they designed it during the Depression.
Well, so I get depressed every time somebody pulls out a Monopoly board and says, anybody want to play Monopoly? Oh, jeez.
No, yeah. That Junior Monopoly, good time. It's way faster.
We need spooky Southcoast Monopoly.
I like that.
Let's work on that. All right, Melody, you have another story for us?
All right. So, second story. I think all of you guys are going to be really interested in this one. So what would you say if there was a machine that, for lack of better phrasing, had the ability to eliminate spirits from any location permanently? Like, you know, unhaunt your home, per se. Well, this week, that machine has been released by Boon D Labs, based out of Thailand. And on Monday, Greg Newkirk, recently featured on Kinder Spirits, as you guys know, published an article on his site, Week in Weird, articulating the madness behind this crazy machine. So basically how it works is it's described as a wave killer. So upon flipping the power switch, it activates a low-level electromagnetic field, a condenser microphone, and an infrared camera. When the machine detects an anomaly, it fires off a wave killer. And I'm doing the little quote-unquote bunny ears, and I did not make that term up. The company claims the radio blast forces like the radio blast forces negative entities to leave the location permanently. So curious ghost hunters who want to get their hands on this interesting piece of equipment will have to shell out a meager $1,500 and $150 for shipping and handling overseas. And I am all set, but Greg was lovely enough to post a diagram for those who want to try their hand at recreating this interesting ghost repellent machine. But this is a weird topic for me, as it seems to lack empathy from my viewpoint, because as many of us know, the spirit world is a tricky place to maneuver. Many spirits come across in almost a negative way just from our perspective, mainly because they're trying to be heard, you know, they're trying to be acknowledged. And with this, we could find ourselves facing unexperienced people buying the machine and potentially causing more harm than good. I mean, there's not any reports on if the ghost repellent works or not, but it almost sounds like, if anything, at the very least, it would displace the entities, not remove them permanently. And if it does work, like, let's hope it doesn't fall into the wrong, unqualified hands, because it's our job as investigators to determine the kind of haunt before we attempt to cleanse or help spirits move on. And I would hate to find this piece of equipment used to torment a spirit who potentially suffered enough already, because we truly don't know what would happen if they were eradicated from the place they were attached to due to comfort or confusion or what have you. So hopefully we can get some more information as the equipment starts to get utilized in the field more. But
no, come on, you know what it is. It's just going to be, you plug it in and it lights up and it makes like a low-level hum and everybody thinks it's doing something. It's not going to really...
This is the second model, too. So, I mean, like, the first one, I think they said they only sold, like, 4 of them. But none of the 4 people who bought them posted anything on if it worked or not. So...
Yeah, I'm going to go with, I'm going to go with calling this the next Ghost Ark.
Oh, yeah, definitely. I have to agree, though, with the whole displacing thing, because my question to everybody all the time is, oh, I cleared a house, or oh, I'm a demonologist and I did my ritual and they're gone. Okay, where'd they go? Where'd you send them? You know,
exactly.
what good did you do? Coming from my standpoint and, being a medium and doing what I do, when I pass them over, so to speak, cross them over, whatever you want to call it, I know where they're going and I know where I'm sending them. And there's a purpose to it. So if the machine did work, I'd be curious to test that out to see where do they go or where does it send them and how much good is that actually doing. But
exactly,
it sounds like a nice contraption to, just add to the toolkit of amateur ghost hunters.
Yes.
I mean, looking at it, it looks like a subwoofer.
That's what I was trying to Google it while Melody was talking.
And I need a new subwoofer, Matt. We've been talking about that. My subwoofer's dying.
That's true.
I need one. Maybe I can get him to send me one of these and we'll see what happens. I might not carry the bass through when I'm watching a good movie, but at least it'll keep the ghosts away from my house. So
see that?
Either way it works. You know what? I don't need a ghost repellent device. I need a paranormal investigator repellent device.
I like that.
I need something I can plug in and just keep certain people away when I'm trying to do my work, when I'm trying to get things done.
I can help you with that.
You're one of the people I'm trying to get to go away.
God damn it.
Oh,
I can't say that tonight.
Why can't you?
Because Jesus is coming on.
I'm pretty sure that him and his dad had a disagreement. I'm not exactly sure if they've been cool yet. You know what I mean?
Come on, Tim. 10 Commandments.
Hey.
You're not supposed to use God's name in vain.
We'll see.
What are you thinking over there?
We'll see what happens. I thought you were saying because we're...
Well, you just said you wanted to get rid of me, so clearly you're trying to send me to hell tonight.
That's
what
saying,
I heard.
I'm saying that we're on YouTube and you can say God damn it if you want.
Oh, no, I definitely can, but Jesus is not going to approve.
We'll see what Jesus thinks when he comes on. All right, one more story for us, Melody.
All right, and to close out the night, I wanted to bring you guys something that I think everyone has a very interesting opinion on. So, last story I present to you was written by David Moye for the Huffington Post. And it's a little bit older, but something many of you should get a kick out of. So, Los Angeles Lakers star Metta World Peace claims he was touched inappropriately by a ghost while in Oklahoma City for a game with his team. The team was staying on the 10th floor, which is the most prominently, notoriously haunted place in the hotel. And they were staying at the Skirvin Hotel when the supernatural assault took place. So, Peace reported to the Orange County Registry that the ghosts were all over me. I just accepted it. And he had a very good sense of humor about it because he followed that statement up with, they touched me all over the place. I'm taking one of the ghosts to court for touching me in the wrong places.
Seriously.
And I think there's a few, like, I was, touched by a ghost inappropriately stories, and I always find them very interesting to look into.
Well, that's the whole reason I got involved in this field, is so a ghost would touch me inappropriately.
See that?
I'm a lonely man.
Sure, Tim.
Hey, it's only happened to me once, and it was nothing major, but it was actually in the Fearing Tavern.
You know what? We're all screwed. We're all screwed. Oh, at least all you women are screwed when Donald Trump dies.
Oh my God.
Oh my God.
Because guess where his ghost is going to be grabbing you?
But where would he hang out?
Recently
Grabbing you right
got
in
for the first time, like on the leg, and it was like pretty close to my private lady parts. It was kind of like, whoa, buddy, back up.
I
I was the only one in the room.
Well, listen, I've been covering the NBA for a long time in my job as a sports writer, and I've interviewed Meta World Peace, formerly known as Ron Artest. So we do have to qualify the story with, the dude is crazy. All right, he's just a crazy guy. But at the same time, numerous athletes have reported staying in this hotel, and there's stories about other hotels. Dan Gordon and Mickey Bradley wrote 2 whole books about haunted baseball and all the different, and they mention hotels in that story. So, I mean, this does happen. This does happen to these guys when they're out on the road. But again, Meta World Peace, he's kind of a little bit of a crazy guy.
He's a little eccentric, I guess. Wasn't it, who else came out and said something like I'm on YouTube, right? I'm not on the air.
Yes.
They had sex with a ghost. Was Kesha, I think.
Oh yeah.
She just came out recently and talked about that. So, I mean, maybe there's something to it, maybe there's not. And we've had people on as guests that have talked about writing books about the phenomenon. So, I don't know. I haven't experienced it myself. I think I've only gotten pinched by a ghost inappropriately, but that's it.
Yeah,
So,
I've only been grabbed like on the leg very close to not touchable areas, but never had sexual relations with
no, and I can definitely say, even if I thought that happened, I would not come out and tell anybody about that.
No, if that happens, I want to know. You got to tell me.
I don't know about that.
Yeah,
so.
I definitely would want to know about that, because like I said, that's the whole reason I got involved in this, is because, I was lonely on Saturday nights, and I was like, maybe if I just started looking for ghosts, I could find one of those succubuses or succubi. And
I was really going to bring that up, like the incubus and the succubi, because I mean, like that definitely dates way back, So I mean, like there has to be some kind of truth to it.
Well, there's too many stories for it not to be.
The regular ghost part of it, like a human being dies and they're like, you know what, I'm going to go have sex with all these different.
But some of those stories, though, might have human rationale behind them, because the incubus stories could have come as a result of all of a sudden women who were supposedly chaste show up pregnant. So, how did that happen? You're not married, so what happened? Oh, it was a demon came to me in the night.
Right.
And men would be caught, maybe taking care of themselves, and what are you doing in there? That's a sin. Oh no, it was the ghost. The ghost did it.
Yeah, religion runs deep on that one, especially
no pun intended.
Right.
I just had this conversation the other day about how everything that comes out of my mouth is wildly inappropriate and so is not meant to be.
Usually you're fine on the radio, but
I am, but not tonight.
YouTube just turns you into a sailor.
I just had an energy drink, so things are going to get way more interesting as the night goes on.
There you go.
Oh, that'll be it.
All right, well, Melody, before we let you go, did you have something that you wanted to promote? I know you were working on something coming up for February. Is that a go? Are you ready to announce that yet?
We cannot, because there's someone filming at the location and we need to talk to him. But hopefully soon. All
right. Well, anything else on the calendar that you want to let us know about?
Nope, not really.
All right, well, I got one for you. In 2 weeks, when we return to Spooky Southcoast, because we're taking the next, the New Year's Eve and Christmas Eve off, you can promote the fact that you'll be here again to share some more stories with us.
Yes, and they will be just as interesting, if not more.
I hope so.
Sounds good. Thank you so much for joining us live tonight. Some of these will be live, some of these will be taped. If you're around on a Saturday night, we always prefer live, but I know that you're busy out there in the field and doing the real work. So, but we like talking with you one-on-one too. So
I do too. Thank you guys so much, and I'll be tuning into the show anyway. So.
All right, and now that you've got all these Spooky South Coast fans and listeners who are going to start following you, where should they go to follow you online?
Pretty much my name, Melody Knapp, and my Instagram is melody.knapp, and my Twitter is melody.knapp. So just search my name and you'll find me. I always post really interesting, funny stuff, and got a good sense of humor. So.
All right, and stay away from the spray, okay?
Oh my God!
Please.
Tell me about it.
All right, I'm trying to decide. I don't know if I want to call her Pepper or Squints, but
I kind of
Right.
like both are kind of cute.
right. So
Oh, and also my team page is Transcendental Truths if they want to follow that project. It's a much more scientific approach to investigating, and we're not doing it how regular investigators do it nowadays. So
all
that'll
right,
be launching in 2017, but you can follow the page now to keep up to date.
excellent. Well, thank
think
you
I
so
like
much,
Pepper.
and all right, thank you, Pepper, for bringing us the Week in Weird.
Thank you, guys. Talk to you soon.
Thanks.
Have a good night. That is our paranormal news correspondent, Melody Knapp, and she is going to be bringing the stories to us each week on Spooky South Coast. And you can always submit stories to us if you want by sending them to us, spookycrew@spookysouthcoast.com, or by hitting us up on Twitter @SpookySC or on Facebook. Oh, hey, did you know that you can follow Spooky South Coast across all types of social media? All you have to do is follow us on Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram.